he felt that they took away his dome from him. Like he can't scare him with the worst, but he hated them. He wanted to do the worst. So he had a way to save them. There was a way to save them. There was a ship that going to Israel. So he says, you know what? You're all going to that ship. You're going to be saved. You're not going to get that either. And they were all saved to Israel. So we see that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is showing where Klal Yisrael, those who never yielded, those who were strong together, this is a young generation, those who are matzliach. So let's continue. We'll be able to just briefly just finish off the shtickle. So he says, Gudish. What does it mean, Gudish? Here he is hinting to the Tanoikas of Esram, the small children, that they weren't even grown up yet, but still because of the averus of others, they have to be also manifested, like it says in Piyonim and Biyonkim, because when HaKadosh Baruch Hu made Kabbalas HaTorah on Har Sinai, they were the arriving. How do you call that? They were the co-signers. The children of the co-signers. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, "Who is going to co-sign that you're going to do the Torah?" So Klal Yisrael said, "Our children are going to be the co-signers." And it means to say the Chas v'Shalom, if a person is not the way he's supposed to be, the small children they are the co-signers. That's a lot of pshutim, but the pshat is that's what he says. That's why we say Buruch shepetrani ma'anchim shelazeh. What does it mean? It means to say that Chas v'Shalom, if someone is bad and as a result his child who is becomes nifte, he's going to have to not only give a dim v'cheshbon on why on his sin, but also why he was like a murderer to this son, because this was done as a result. And now that the son is bar mitzvah, so after bar mitzvah this can't happen, because it's only before the bar mitzvah. So that's why we say Buruch shepetrani shmanshi shel dak. HaKadosh is not going to punish me anymore for this child, because obviously if he's living, so it's not a problem. So we see that this is a very scary thing, that the HaKadosh Baruch Hu it takes away the children, takes away the tzaddikim, takes away even just plain people only because of these rishuim. So now he starts saying be'emes, and the person should start getting very scared, and he should start. He says this scaredness and this fire that we see from this pusik here, what the pusik is hinting to, this is such a big scaredness that this has the ability to extinguish the fire of the Yetzer Hara that wants to make him sin. Because a person should think into his heart and take to himself on all the rivers chas v'shalom of the people that get namish because of him, on all the small people, on the big people, on the tzaddikim, that he should figure to himself that he is the one that should be the murderer on these people only because of his tava, his cravenness, that he wants to do this bad thing. If a person should think to himself before he wants to do something that he has a love to, a craving to, a bad thing, a tava to do that, but he should think to himself, look what's going to happen. That because Usa Avara, the Mishnah says, that it's not good for him, and that he was machriya the whole kol oilam kilei lechayve, and the blood of the whole world, and the blood of the children, and everything should be on his chas v'shalom, on his neck and on his nefesh, and he should, and after 120 they should start asking him a question: why did you do this? Not only why did you do the sins, and why did you do what as a result of the sins on the other world, but even on this world, shalom yishalom and anev. The Hamaveris Habayri, you're going to have to pay also for all these bad things that happened because they were co-signers. This is something that a person, if he should think to himself before he does one bad thing, that all this could happen only because of one silly sin that he doesn't even have so much from it. This is something that would really save him. Like I don't know if you guys say it really, but it's said as a joke, but it's enough to give us this little. It was a woman that went through the whole all the hard things from Milberes and from Leiden. It was so hard and child. She said, "Why do we have to go through this? Only because of Chava. What did she eat? Only one fruit." And she said, "Probably wasn't even so good either." And look what we have to go through. So it doesn't matter. It's really not. It's really much more than that. It's not. It's good for a little. But what we learn from this, it's a good thing to remind the person before he has any nisayon, before he has something that comes to him and he wants to say yes or no the Yetzirah, he should take the Yetzirah and hit him over the head and tell him, what are you talking about? Not only am I going to have to pay for this, shalom yishalom hamavirus abeira, I'm going to have to pay not only for the sin, not only for that what happened on all the charbanas that it does on all the world because of that, but also for the children that I don't even know who the children are, and all the tzaddikim, and everything has as a result of this chet. Now it's the last week of Shovavim, and this is the whole Shovavim. The whole Shovavim is only because to save all these children and all these tzaddikim, that they shouldn't have an effect on our Vedas throughout, because according to the tshuva that we're going to do, this is something that will take away all these things, all these bad things that would have chas v'shalom happened through our avodas. And the Aish Kodesh of our tshuva, the Aish Kodesh of with someone does tshuva with a great enthusiasm, together with Toyden, with Tefillah, this fire will extinguish the fire of the avodas, and as a result, all these children will be saved, and how will be saved? Adrabah, become more children and more tzaddik, and everything is going to have an effect on our tshuva. So the Rebbeinu Shalom should help us. We should be zoichet to tshuva shleima, and we shouldn't do chas v'shalom kan averis, and we should be zoichet to the gillah shleima of Ma'ariv Iman Yomai.
Amen.